And now a message from President Trump.
I'm the smartest guy I know. Don't touch the hair. I'm gonna build a wall. Make America great again. My IQ is huge.
Hope you guys got a kick out of that. My dad got me that little Donald Trump. It's pretty cool, so hope you guys enjoyed that. Anyway, hey, Al2 here, 316 RC, and a quick update on the Rovan BM5 monster truck repair. I'm going to get to that today. My parts came in. I'm going to show you what I got. I did get some upgrade parts as well, but I'm not going to put them on until we at least do the stock run. So I'm going to bring you down here real quick and review with you what happened. There was actually a second part that was broken as well. I'm going to show you that, show you the parts I got. So come on down here and take a look. Okie dokie, if you recall from my first running video, I went ahead and grazed that pole. So here's what we broke. We broke this plastic piece, flip this around, connects to this ball end here off of this turnbuckle. And I don't know if you can see in here or not, this here, for this lower, has a piece, plastic piece. I don't know if you can see it wiggling in there or not. It also broke off. It's the same as, right here. It's the same as this piece. So both of those are broken. I don't think there's any other damage. So we're going to go ahead and get that fixed. I'm going to show you what parts came in right here. We got a nice bag from, let's see where it is here. Got a nice bag here from, DDM. So let's go ahead and get this open. Alright, first thing we got here. Let's see, we got a, this is a drive cup for the differential, spare drive cup. I got a spare, this is a rear dog bone, spare rear dog bone. Let me bring that a little closer in here. We got, here's the broken pieces. This is a these are like in German or French. I just noticed that these are like in German or French, but this is the broken ball link piece. So I got I think I got 2 bags of those. Yeah, I got 2 bags of those. So they were pretty cheap, like $5 some cents. I got some, these are for the front. These are aluminum link bars, upgrade part. What else we got here? Here's a, this is a rear drive cup. I believe this is for this right here, for this piece, spare drive cup. I believe this is a front dog bone. What else did I get? Here's another bag of link ends. 2 different sizes of these link ends, so I got 2 bags of each size. I think one's an M6 and one's an M8 fits, so I got some aluminum small turnbuckle spare parts and some other turnbuckles. Some these are for the front I believe these are for the front. I think they're correct. They might not even fit this truck. I don't know. Remember, this this clone is a 535, you know, the FG Model Sport 535. Those are the repair parts. And like I said, if some of these aren't right, I'm going to have to send them back, because like I said, 535 FG Model Sport is supposed to be pretty much interchangeable parts between these. So I'll have to double check some of these and see. But anyway, there's some repair parts. I'm going to go ahead and start the repairs on this. This is the battery box and receiver box that I was telling you about in the crash video. It's so small, but I got to try to figure out a way to get a kill switch in there, or maybe do something here, be able to mount it where this you know, third servo is. Anyway, I don't know if you guys caught it, but there was a comment in my unboxing video, or one of those videos, I believe, that somebody mentioned that they have a lot of FG, and this third servo is for an upgrade for brakes in the front. So if you're thinking about I was wondering what this third servo, but that's what it would be for. If you wanted to do that, they do make a kit. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start the repair. When I get to this point here, I'm going to show you how tight that is in there, but you got to remove all this roll cage here to even get in there. So hopefully I'll be able to get it mounted in there. We'll see. I don't recall how much clearance I had, but this battery takes up the whole box, I can tell you. And the receiver mounts on the top right here, so there might be enough room over on this side to maybe sneak that kill switch in. I got a Killer B, and I thought I had another one. I do have another one. That's a Killer B light. Too many parts. That's what I got. I do have another one somewhere. It's not a Killer B. I got it from Detroit Performance. So yeah, I'm going to try to get one of those in there. Alright, got the shock removed. You can see, here's this piece now loose. You can see it broken off. You can see the ball link in there. So these are mounted through the bottom. I'm going to have to take these out so I can mount these. Get these new pieces mounted back in, and you can see there's the boot where the dog bone is pulled right out of there. So give me a chance maybe to put some grease in there, but maybe I'll wait till I do this. There's no grease on those dog bones, so I'll probably wait till I do this after the stock running. Alright, so let me get these ball links out so we can get this fixed. Alright, gonna go ahead and got my 8mm wrench on that nut, and we're going to go ahead and take the screw out, and that should be able to get this whole piece out of there, and that way I can get these links repaired. Alright, got it off, and I can see now that this boot actually got ripped. When that ball pulled out of there, it ripped the boot. You can see it right there. She is ripped. So that's going to have to be repaired. Well, I stand corrected. I got the drive cup out of the differential, and there it definitely is grease in where the dog bone goes. So yep, good to see that. I'm going to go ahead and get a new boot on there, and we'll be ready to put that back in. I got this piece repaired here. You can see the new plastic ball link on there. Let's see what else. Here's the broken ones right here. Snap them right off. I think part of that, like I said, was due to the cold. Got the new bow link on right there, so we're ready to get everything back together. Hoping I can use my Team Fast Eddie boot installation tool to help putting this boot on, but we'll see. Gonna give that a shot. Well, unfortunately, this dog bone is too small. It doesn't fit in my dog bone tool. I'm still going to try to hold it and try to slide the boot over anyway, because I don't know any other way to do it, but I don't know if I can do it or not, so I'm going to take a shot at it. I got some fluid on here, make it slippy, and see if I can slide this over. Put a little different on here. This is going to be sort of hard to do, but we'll see if we can do it anyway. I don't know. There it goes. Well, got her on there. Go ahead and just flip this boot back over. Alright, ended up working out, guys. There's my boot installed, ready to go on. So the Fast Eddie tool was a little big, but it worked for the boot, no problem. Just had to beef on it a little bit more, so good to go. Gonna go ahead and get this installed and get our pieces back on, and I'll be right back. Alright, since I had to take this shock off, I decided to go ahead and tear it apart and have a look. And I don't know if you can see, but there is like, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. See if I can get you in here closer. That is only about half full of fluid. So, not too good. So I'm going to go ahead and pull all these shocks off and check them and get them topped off correctly. Okie dokie, got everything repaired here on that left rear wishbone. You can see back here in this back, actually the forward position of the rear left wishbone, I got the new turnbuckle plastic link piece, and out here on the top support is a brand new turnbuckle plastic piece. So I got those adjusted, everything's looking good. All four shocks have been torn apart, emptied out, and move this out of the way. One of my shocks in the back was completely dry, no oil at all in it. That was been this one over here. This one had, I showed you earlier, sort of half full or 3/4, and the front two, of course, after finding that one empty, I had to tear apart the front two, emptied them out, cleaned them up. Those were about half full as well, so I went ahead and filled them with some, try out some 50 weight shock oil in there, so we'll see how they work out. Remember in my unboxing and review, I told you I didn't like something didn't feel right in the suspension, but I wasn't too worried about it because for the first run and everything. But having to tear this apart and tear that shock off in the back to do the repair, I decided to go ahead and have a look at that shock, and after what I found, I'm glad I tore the other three apart. So I'm going to go ahead and set those
those springs up where I think they should be set. In the meantime, the only thing I have to do is get a kill switch installed in this receiver box. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I got to tear this roll cage apart to get that in. So I'm going to get that apart and see where we can put our kill switch. Alright, getting ready to install my kill switch. You can see here I got the battery box cover removed. Had to remove the whole roll cage to get to this. And you can see it is quite, move that out of the way, it's quite cramped in there. But the top, I'll show you this quick. Here's the top. So there's some room in the lid. So I'm thinking about, first of all, I'm going to be going with this Hillitronics kill switch that I got from Detroit Performance. Similar to the Killer Bee. You can see right here you got your little electronic board, your connection to your receiver, your LED, and then connection to the kill switch. Here's the kill switch that I just removed my coil and installed that. So I'm getting ready to set my coil back. And you guys, if you don't have one of these, you know, you really need to pick one of these up. The Zenoa flywheel air gap tool, DDM part number DR330. You just you set the magnet part of the flywheel under the coil, and then you set your coil gapping tool in between the coil and the flywheel. There, just like that. So you have your gap tool under between the coil and the magnet part on the flywheel, and then just I like to use a little bit of Loctite on my two coil bolts and go ahead and bolt it down. And sometimes these can be hard to get out. Then make sure you push the coil down when you snug the bolts so it's tight against. These can be hard to get out. Just turn the flywheel and it'll come out with the turning of the flywheel. Turn my flywheel, pop that tool out of there, and we're all good. We're all set perfect. I'm going to go ahead and get the, see if I can get this kill switch mounted in that receiver box, battery box, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, got my kill switch finally mounted in here. You can see my LED right here. Again, I used the Hillitronics Micron 1T kill switch from, you can pick it up at Detroit Performance. But anyway, it was really a tight squeeze, but I did fit it in. I don't know if you can see here, I have my kill switch routed. I'll probably tie that off right here yet with a tie. Routed down through here. I know you can't really see it, into the up here behind the coil. Anyway, I ended up mounting the electronics right here on the top of this side of the top of the battery and receiver box. Over here is the receiver part, so I was able to squeeze it in. Sorry I couldn't get you a photo of that, but there was no way to do it. All the wires, because you're charging to my connectors, mounts in there. There was no way to get a shot, but it's, you can get it in there. And if you even bought a Killer Bee, you definitely can get a Killer Bee in there as well. Probably not the buzzer, maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna show you. It's tied to channel 3 on the Fly Sky radio. Radio is on, and as you can see, by default the LED is off. I'm going to hit the channel 3, and you can see that it is on, meaning that it's okay, and you'll get spark. And I'm going to go ahead and simulate the transmitter turning off, and you see you get full break as well as a flashing red LED. So it will shut off, of course, on a receiver transmitter failure, and also a low battery cutoff. I set it for 6 volts. I believe you can get not sure what the selections are. Oh yeah, there's selections: 3 volt, 4 volt, 5 volt, and 6 volt. So if I turn the radio back on, it goes back to the default off position. And if I hit the channel 3, enabled and ready to go. And of course, if I hit the button at any time, I can kill it manually from the transmitter. Okie dokie. Well, that's going to wrap up the repair. You know, all ready to get this thing back out, and I guess it's technically the second time of running it. The first time, you know, a minute or two, that was it before I hit that pole. All repaired. Going to get the wheels back on. I got a kill switch on, so now I feel comfortable running this, you know, out in the open. And we're going to get an official, second time official running video on this. All right, so stay tuned for that. That wraps up the repair. I'm going to have the another running video where we can really get some, see what this truck really does here. I'm going to have that to you soon in the future, so look forward to seeing that, guys. All right, this is 316 RC Al 2 here, and like always, I'm going to leave you with this verse, and I'm out of here. See you soon.